Okay, this lecture is about damped harmonic oscillation. The previous one was free harmonic oscillation. Here we have a damping force. So let us again consider the same situation, a mass and a spring with stiffness constant or spring constant K. Again I release the mass, or I stretch the spring, let the displacement of the spring be x, and again I release the mass. Again we'll have an oscillatory system. Maybe we'll have an oscillatory system, we'll see the results, but this time it is kept in a liquid, let us say, and the liquid has a viscous force or a drag force. So whenever this mass tries to come to the equilibrium position, there will be a drag force or an opposite resistive force which will resist the motion of this mass. So the restoring force is trying to restore it to its equilibrium position, but there will be a drag force present because there is a liquid. Let's say a jelly is present. Now this system is, let's say, in a very very thick viscous liquid, and this liquid will exert a resistive force which will try to resist the motion of this mass. So now again we have, from Newton's laws, the net force must be equal to mass into acceleration. Here the net force on the mass would be the restoring force Fr, which is due to the spring, and there will be a damping force present which I'll call Fd. The restoring force is as it is minus of kx, and see, the damping force is always proportional to the velocity. So the more velocity the mass has, the higher is the damping force. So if you are moving with a great velocity through the viscous liquid, the greater force that you are going to experience. So the damping force is proportional to the velocity, and this is the proportionality constant. Definitely I'll come to this constant. This is called the damping constant, related to the damping constant, and there is a minus sign. This has a significance. Please students, do not forget to put the minus sign, because the damping force is always in opposite direction to the velocity of the mass. Look at this. If I release it from this position, the velocity will be in this direction. So definitely the resistive force will be in the opposite direction. Now once it reaches the equilibrium position, if it overshoots it, the velocity will be in this direction again, and still the damping force will be in this direction, because the velocity is in this direction. So the damping force, that is the resistive force that will resist its motion, will be in the opposite direction. Now once it comes over here, the restoring force is in this direction, trying to restore to the equilibrium position. Now the mass will move in this direction, so through the liquid, so the liquid will force it in the opposite direction. The damping or the resistive force will be in the opposite direction. So resistive force or damping force is always opposite to the velocity of the mass. If the mass is moving through the liquid in this direction, then the damping force will be opposite to it. That is quite natural. So the damping force is proportional to the velocity, definitely opposite to it, and the constant of proportionality, we'll call it gamma. We'll come to this later on. So what is the net force? The net force is Fr plus Fd. So mass into acceleration can be written as md square x by dt square, as before. Previously in free oscillation it was only minus kx, if you remember, only the restoring force was there. Now you have the damping force as well, that is minus gamma of v. Now v can be written as dx by dt. So I have written it. So first I divided by m. So I have d square x by dt square. I have minus k by mx, and minus gamma by m dx by dt. So v is dx by dt. So we know what k by m is from our previous calculations. K by m is nothing but the square of the natural frequency, omega naught square. So we can put k by m as omega naught square, and we'll put gamma by m as 2b. This is a new constant. This I'll call it as the damping constant. 2b, I'll call it as the damping constant. Now you must be wondering why a 2 factor. We'll get to this. This will make the mathematics much easier if I put a 2. You'll know why. in the subsequent lecture, part of the lecture, but for the time being we'll just put gamma by m as twice of b and not b, because you can put b but then the mathematics will look uglier. Here we can have a simple looking equation if I put gamma by m as 2b. So putting all of this, you have d square x by dt square. Taking this to the other side, this will be plus k by m. K by m is nothing but omega naught square x, and gamma by m is 2b. So we have a plus 2b this side of the equation, dx by dt, and equal to 0. So this is again a second order differential equation. So let us say the solution to this second order differential equation, let the solution of the differential equation be x is equals to x naught e to the power of mt. Let us say the solution is this. We still do not know m. What is m? So x naught, definitely you can see it will represent the amplitude, but what is m? Let us find out what is m. So if I take this as the solution, then this solution must satisfy this differential equation. So let us put this solution into this differential equation and see what the m values are. So substituting this, we get, if we double differentiate this, so dx square by dt square, if we double differentiate it, you will get an m square out. So m square out, x naught e to the power of mt. 2b remains as it is, dx by dt, if you differentiate it once, you will get m, so m x naught e to the power of mt, and omega naught square, instead of x you write x naught e to the power of mt, which is equal to 0. Now you can see x naught e to the power of mt is a common factor, so I can factor it out. All that remains is m square plus 2b m plus omega naught square is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation, and we know to find the solution of this quadratic equation, that is m value. So m will have two values. That is minus 2b plus minus 4b square minus 4, a is 1, c is omega naught square, minus 4 omega naught square by twice of a is 1, so it is 2. So if I take 4 out of this square root, I'll have 2, and here I have 2, so 2 and 2 common will cancel this 2. We have m as minus b plus minus root over b square minus omega naught square. So you have two values of m. Since you have two values of m, there will be two constants in front. Whenever you have a differential equation, if it is a second order differential equation, you will have two unknown constants. If you have a third order differential equation, you'll have three unknown constants, and these constants you can find out these constants using boundary conditions or initial conditions of the differential equations. We are not going to use any boundary condition or initial condition in this case, but we'll simply write the two constants as a and b. So let us say for the first solution, that is m as plus, so we have a, you just put the value of m is minus b plus root over b square minus omega naught square, and t is there, so you have a t. And you have another solution, that is b plus b is this unknown constant, so the general solution will be the sum of these two. So a is the unknown constant and b is the unknown constant. In this case, the m value would be the next value, that is the minus 1. So it is minus b as it is, minus root over b square minus omega naught square, again a t. So you have this is one solution of m, this is the other solution of m. So the general solution of this differential equation will be the sum of these two solutions with some unknown constants a and b. So you have x as, I can take e to the power of minus bt, you can see minus bt, and here also it is minus bt is common. So I can take e to the power of minus bt out, and you have a e to the power of square root b square minus omega naught square t plus b e to the power of minus b square minus root over b square minus omega naught square t. E to the power of minus bt is out, e to the power of minus bt, e to the power of minus bt is out, it is a common, so I can take it. So this is the general solution, of a damped harmonic oscillator. In the next video we will be dealing with the different cases. Thank you.